Good late afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually, it's early evening. It's 6:30. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. And it's our Mondays with Mick segment. Last week we launched it and we thought we're doing it again. So welcome, Mick Boyle, my friend since 1978 to
Well,
Lounge.
thanks, Lisa. Welcome to everyone.
Yes, and feel free to read the banner across the bottom there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here on my reconstructed porch because we have this ridiculous, which I loved actually, this rain. It took the heat out of the atmosphere and it was cool, and I was out practically dancing in it, and suddenly like this sheet of water, I'm going to make it very dramatic like the vacuum cleaner story. This sheet of water came in here clear back to where Zoe is. Zoe's back there. I don't know if you can see her. Maybe I'll get rid of my green screen while we talk. So I reconstructed that, and then it looked like I was going to do it again. So I had a huge tarp thrown over here. And oh my goodness, that's the story. I'm going to get rid of the green screen so we can see behind me a little bit better, and you can take it over. I'm going to mute my mic. Start talking.
Okay. Well, the rain did come down hard and fast, strong winds. I looked out the window and it was like being in a hurricane, kind of, with things going sideways and the rain. And my nerves were shot. I'm surprised I've recovered to this degree. But anyway, Lisa lives 1 nautical mile away from me, so we get the same weather.
No, that's not really true. I mean, it's true in terms of the nautical mile, but you live in a little old something called the
wind belt. That's
yes.
right. You've heard of the corn belt. You've heard of the dust bowl. Well, I live in the wind belt. There's a slight more wind here.
There is. It's wild. He's a mile up the road, a nautical mile, of course. And yeah, I think it's because you're elevate, like there's a little hill and then there you are, and so forth and so on. Okay, let's talk about pop music. Scooby Dooby Doo Wop, bomb, bomb, bop, bop, shoo wop. I wouldn't even know a pop music tune if it hit me in the face. All right, I wanted to talk about that Connie Lake Memories page and something that was on there. Go ahead and tell the viewers. I'm going to mute while you do that.
Okay, well, I am against Facebook. I don't like it. I know lots of people do. I think it's just not something I want to be involved with, although I did have a Facebook for a while and I had fun with it. Well, I look on my husband's Facebook from time to time to look at one group that I like that's called Memories, Connie Lake Memories, or Memories of Connie Lake. And it's about the town that we live in, that we love, Connie Lake. And it's very nice, and people post old things or new things or
borrowed things or blue things.
Misty watercolored memories of olden days in Connie Lake. And so just a month ago-ish, there was a thing that happened here, and they publicized it a little bit on the page. There was a boat parade in Connie Lake that was sponsored by Trump supporters. So they had a Trump boat parade. And, it's fine if people want to share that, but it got out of control. And it turns out that some people, certain people, possibly in a cult of personality, in a frenzy of adoration, just cannot leave that shit alone. And that's all they did, was just hijack this nice, peaceful, sweet, innocent little Facebook group. And it's just like, no, do man, you're this and you're that. And, it was awful.
I'm telling you, people cannot let it go. For even an hour and a half, something has to be said, something has to be done, something has to be blah, blah, blah. And they assume that you are also in the cult. Like, say, for example, if there's something that, for instance, I might have in common with Donald Trump. I'm just using this as an example. Something he said that I might have said too, not knowing what he said. Suddenly, I'm a total Trump supporter, or I live for Joe Biden, or I can't get enough of Nancy Pelosi, or whatever the case may be. I can't take it. They really do project their cult membership onto other people. And I had an issue with that last week, which I addressed in the paper this week with my bold and wild opening to my column. My column,
Yes, and it just needed to be nipped in the bud. Not
Totally nipped in. Yeah,
not in the butt, in the bud.
that's right. So the people aren't taken back. Don't you love it when they say that as well?
I've never heard anyone say that.
Oh, I have taken back instead of taken aback. Of
Well,
course, look, I've made all kinds of weird errors in my life too. Like, I just have.
I,
Believe me, I have.
I hear plenty of phrases that are mispronounced or scrambled a bit or whatever, like
Boa chili.
Boa Chili is eternal. But yeah, so anyway, Connie Lake is a peaceful little town, it's very busy this time of year. In fact, driving through town sometimes, like on a Friday, there's traffic backed up just coming into town.
Do you remember the old days whenever it used to be when the park was booming, like in the 70s, whatever, earlier? It would be clear out to what's now the middle school, whatever school that is there where we went to school.
Yes, it's a
It would be, it's great. And now they have that bridge closed over on 618,
yeah.
like near, so, or I think it's a bridge. I'm not sure what, but you have to go another way. Yeah, it's still pretty busy because of the lake. There'll always be the lake.
Always
Well,
be
not
late.
always.
I'll tell you, they yeah, and also I go down to the beach downtown a lot, Firemans Beach, and there's a lot of boats, a lot of jet skis, a lot of pontoon boats, a lot of speed boats, a lot of people pulling kids on rafts and floaty things and laughing and screaming and drinking. I think is still popular out on boats. Yeah, I think
Did I unmute? I didn't unmute, right? Did you know that? I never knew this until I don't know. I was married at the time when I found out that you're supposed to go a certain way on the lake. Like I think it's supposed to be counterclockwise, isn't it?
well, I think when two boats come together,
Yeah.
like
Right now, over me.
yeah, here's Mr. Boat and Ms. Boat coming together. There's a way they're supposed to pass each other, like nautically correct way.
Okay.
But I don't know because I don't have a boat.
I think there is a way. I have the kayak, but I think there is a that you're supposed to go around counterclockwise, if I'm not mistaken. Well, think how the Barbara J goes because you took that cruise with us last year,
Right.
the lounging cruise on aboard the Barbara J.
I think your port side is supposed to match their port side, which would kind of be like
That's right. Yes,
yeah. But
that
I
would make sense.
I don't know Morse code. I don't know how to semaphore flags, but I do know port from starboard.
Me too, because you know how I figured it out.
How?
Port has four letters like left, left, port, four.
Well, I learned the way to remember that was port is like wine, which is red, which is also the color and the direction.
Oh my God, that's a long way to remember it. But I take long ways to remember things too. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is totally unscripted. I know it's hard to believe because we're so detailed in this video. But we just, in fact, we just spoke over the phone, for a
We-
while and decided we'll go ahead and record one. And we're coming up on 9 minutes.
And sadly, that's where all the good material went into the phone.
It did. We're all exhausted from it.
But we
So,
just talked about things we get mad about just putting your cards on the table, just not putting up with any nonsense from people, which I like to do. But I
right.
don't get served much nonsense from people anymore. So
Wow. Why is that? Are you have a firm, mean look about you, or what's the deal?
no, I think just people are pretty nice to me.
Well, that's good.
But I had a job for several years where I got rudely insulted and complained about every single day. So
Well, right, because you worked with a certain.
I got my fill of that, and so the good thing about that though that I noticed was I'm not afraid to be in confrontations with people, or if weird things are going on around me, even up to and including aggression, I'm okay. I'm fine. I've been there.
Well, didn't you learn how to put them in a certain hold or whatever, so you could just tackle somebody now?
Yes, if I learned how to safely restrain a person. Yes.
Okay, I'm glad. Maybe you can share that with me, and I'll use it on Joel. Ah, like he needs it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At
Well,
any rate,
I,
I don't want to go much longer because I'm getting bored.
I know what would happen if you restrained Joel.
What?
Pretty soon there'd be some wah wah guitar music in the background, you know.
Oh my God. Mick was with me when I, dated Joel or whatever. That sounds funny. Remember when I turned to you and said, can I date someone that short? And you got kind of mad at me. You're like, oh, Lisa, for heaven's sakes, that's very superficial.
So why
Still short.
are we only doing 10 minutes?
I don't know. I felt that 10 minutes is good enough. We'll go 12.
12?
People have no attention spans, Mick. I'm telling you.
Well, if we had something riveting and interesting to tell them about, they
Well,
would.
I don't know what's riveting and interesting. We can't stand being in a political cult or being accused of being in one. That's pretty riveting and interesting, isn't it? And Zoe.
Let's accuse people of stuff.
Like what?
Being in a cult.
Most people are in a cult.
Being hypnotized every waking moment.
Look, here's the deal with the political scene, and this is all I'm going to say about that, is when you are on a team, first of all, let's face reality, two wings, same bird, but letting that go, you have to defend things that are indefensible about your guy or gal. I'm done with that. I'm over it. I feel like a liberated woman. I think I'll burn my bra, which I haven't worn in years anyway.
Did you ever actually burn a bra?
No, but I used to wear one.
Well,
remember?
I remember you used to wear a bikini top and a Huggy Bear hat. And I wish I had that picture to show right now.
I know. Do you still have that one anywhere?
Oh, I might. I thought you had a copy of it.
Mick, I have no idea. I ran across a bunch of pictures, like I said, on the computer, and then I have pictures in real life that you hold. I have no idea. But that was kind of a good photo, but I was, in my 20s?
I think I have a very attractive picture of you in a poodle skirt.
Stop it. I'm pregnant and it's hideous. Do not show that.
No, you're not pregnant. I think you're not.
No, I was. Oh, okay. Well, because we had a few poodle skirt years. Sorry about the road noise, ladies and gentlemen.
The poodle skirt years were many.
I could not take that. Maybe you should. I'll tell them how they used to spell doo-wop in a cute way. I'm going to mute. You talk.
Okay. Well, this is my final story for the Lounging with Mick. No, Lounging with Lisa, Mondays with Mick. Okay, the story is in our little town, back in the old days, when Lisa was a waitress, our mutual friend decided that she would help promote this thing that they called a doo-wop festival because people of a certain age like this music, doo-wop music. So, but they decided, hey, why spell doo-wop, the regular way, the way everyone on earth knows how it's spelled? Let's have some fun with that and change the spelling. So they spelled it, doo-wop is spelled D-O-O, do, wop, W-O-P. Well, they decided, let's spell it D-O-W-O-P-P. So it looks like dough or dough wop, or I don't know. It was.
Are you sure those spellings are right?
I don't know. Do wop.
Do you want me to look it up quickly while we're here?
But let me continue to tell the story.
Okay, I will look it up.
So anyway, our mutual friend, I asked her, I said, this just, I don't like how this looks because it looks like people here are so dumb. They don't know how to spell 2 and 3 letter words to make doo-wop festival. And she said, no, we're doing that because it's fun. That's a fun spelling. It's like happy letters. And so it became the completely misspelled 2 and 3 letter words of doo-wop. Okay, Lisa knows how it was spelled now.
Okay, I found it. I'm just going to go over to this other thing. And I think you were right. It's spelled D-O-O, new word, W-O-P.
Right, that's how it's really spelled.
Right, and they spelled it some ridiculous way that was, and it drove Mick crazy.
They misspelled both parts of it, and of course it gave everyone around here a chance to wear a poodle skirt. There was an Elvis impersonator. It was a thing. It was
it was for a long time. There were things like
classic car cruise. Yeah.
They kept that. I mean, that still goes on, or it used to anyway.
But we love our little town.
We do love it. It's kind of nice to be here, actually. I went and ran errands. So I got some bird seed at Ralston's Hardware. I've been in business since 1888. We're 15 minutes into this now, Mick. Come on.
Okay.
And then I went to Lakeside Stop and Go, a woman for whom I live. She runs Tight Chip. She's a good person, and she orders me things. Okay. Final words, because people will not watch 15 minutes.
Okay.
In fact, let's do a little contest to see if they did. You ask something.
Okay. If you are still watching this video at the end, put a blue heart in the comments, and then we'll know.
What if they don't have access to emojis? They can write out the word blue heart.
You can write the word blue heart.
That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to just sign off. I'm not going to do any fancy cutesy bootsy music, but I will go to my little avatar, and you can show them yours.
Here's my avatar. It's a picture. It's a selfie picture that I took in a bathroom.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. And remember, just remember.
War is a Racket by Don't Ask Me, Ask Dr. Smedley, Dr. F. Butler.
It's literally in front of you on the front of that book.
I know. I did it on purpose because I thought.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you're adorable. The same as with the spelling of doo-wop. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're ending this broadcast.